It's Saturday night, folks, so you know what that means. It's time for KCXW Saturday Slam. We have a fully packed show tonight, so let's get right down to the action. In singles action, Shylin taking on AJ from the XWC. Also in singles action tonight, fresh off of his #1 contenders win, the big Clayhunna taking on our XWC student Caleb. You will also see tonight El Diablo going one-on-one against the monster Maxon. And then, of course, we can't have a show without a marquee match. And tonight, it's the Infinite, fresh off of his Metro title win, going one-on-one against Daniel Maxon. So lots of action for us all to digest tonight, folks. Let's get right down to it. Let's make our way to the ring. AJ's already hit the curtain, and he's walking his way down to the ring. He recorded some words earlier. Let's go to those right quick.
So I just arrived at the venue not too long ago, and I realized who I'm facing tonight has just become the inaugural New Breed Women's Champion. I remember not too long ago, I trained with you at the XWC. We were buddies, and at the live show, I realized that I don't need these people anymore. They're holding me back. Now, you might be a great amateur wrestler, but you're nothing like me, and I'm going to prove that tonight at the Saturday Slam.
Some strong and confident words from the XWC student there. Shylynn making her way out to the entranceway now, and you can hear this small group of fans already getting loud and riotous for her. You heard AJ make mention of it earlier. Shylynn recently winning the women's title at New Breed Wrestling. First person to hold that title out of anybody, so a huge accomplishment already in her young career. Referee calls for the bell, and we're rocking and rolling in this singles match. AJ thinks that he can take down the recent champion here in a non-title match. Let's see what he's got in store. Shoots underneath the lockup goes Shylin, and she gets a rear waist lock right off the bat. Takes AJ down to the mat. Hooks up a face lock, and we're going into the gator roll, folks. AJ's already in a world of trouble in the early goings as Shylin is just rolling him back and forth across the mat. AJ trying to find his way up, but Shylin gets the shoulder hook, pulls him over to a crucifix. Referee counts an early 2 there. This match was almost over before it began. Small package from Shylin, shoulders are down. No, AJ was able to roll himself free there. He gets rolled right back underneath. Lateral press from Shylin, another near fall. And after several pin attempts, AJ already looks dazed and confused there in the ring. Shylin sends him off the ropes now. Hooks underneath again. Gets him set for a T-bone suplex. Has the leg hooked deep. Huge suplex. He comes down right on his lower back. Referee counts 2. AJ's able to get the shoulder up one more time. Shylin in firm control in the early goings of this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Looking to shoot AJ off the ropes one more time. Throws the clothesline, but AJ gets it hooked, pulls her down by the hair. And Shylin's head bounced off the mat. Pretty rough there. AJ looking to take advantage of that as he throws her into the buckle, starts raining forearms down across the chest, and just pummeling her into the corner. Now, referee gets him to back up for a second, but now kicks into the midsection, and he's looking to keep Shylin trapped, it looks like. And right as I say that, AJ rolls her out. Huge kick to the small of the back. Tries a pin attempt. Doesn't get much out of it, though. Shylin really favoring that lower back, though. Looks like he's certainly done some damage. He's got her wrapped right across the top rope. Referee calling for a break. AJ leading in. And I think it's clear which direction AJ's going to be taking this matchup tonight, folks. He sees pretty early on that he's going to have to use any advantage he can. Huge body slam as he throws Shylin to the mat in order to keep that advantage. Near fall after that body slam. Gets her down on the mat a little longer, but still not enough to put Shylin away. Throws her face into the buckle. Referee with a quick reprimand. AJ snaps the knee up into her jaw, comes right out with a bulldog, drives her chin into the mat. Referee a little out of position and might have gotten a little bit more of the count there if the referee been right there for the shoulders. A little bit of frustration coming out of AJ now. He's pulling out a lot of his tricks, and he's not getting much out of them right now. You can see that frustration building. Little trash talking now, but that only seems to have fired Shylyn up. And she's trading a forearm right back. Fires another one. AJ trying to shut her down, and she's returning with each blow. Tries a low kick, and AJ got caught. Sweeps out, and AJ eats the mat. Shylyn with a clothesline takes him down. Another clothesline, and Shylyn's building that house of fire, ladies and gentlemen. Back elbow puts AJ to the mat. He throws the knee in. Shylyn lines up. Neck breaker drops AJ down. Here's the pin attempt. 2 count only, though. And just like that, the entire match has swung right back into Shylyn's control. She's got AJ lifted up. She's looking for that fisherman. Usually this wraps things up. He hooks the leg under. Small package. Referee looks for the shoulder. Gets 2 count, though. And now AJ drops her down with a hard clothesline. And I think he's calling for it now. Lifts her up. No, Shylyn slips out the back door. And Shylyn wraps him up with that seatbelt choke. AJ's in trouble, folks. Referee's looking right there. There's the tap. He's tapping out. And ladies and gentlemen, Shylyn pulls a victory out with a quick application of that seatbelt choke. And once that's in, it's in and it's done, ladies and gentlemen. There's your winner. Great victory for Shylyn on that one. Let's go to her now, talking about her time at the Extreme Wrestling Center and what it's done for her.
KCXW, I am the new breed women's champion, Shylyn. Do you want to earn gold like this? Well, all you got to do is come out to the XWC in Raytown, Missouri and get your tryout today.
That's right. Come on out. Get your tryout going. Hit us up on Facebook. Give us a call. Stop by the address. We'll see you anyway. But that's how you get started if you want to get rocking and rolling down this path of becoming a professional wrestler. Coming up next, we have the big Clayhunna going up against Caleb. You don't want to miss this one, folks, so stick right around. Let's get rolling to it. And you hear and you see the big Clayhunna on his way out to the ring now. He's on an absolute roll. If you were there at Unleashed, you saw him go one-on-one against the Pariah, take the Pariah down, and in the process of doing that, become the #1 contender for the Metro Championship. So the big Clayhunna, with that change of persona, he's already seemed to be on a fast track with that rockin' and rollin'. The momentum is certainly in his way, but ladies and gentlemen, I've got word the Infinite is chiming in. Let's go to that now.
This new generation is in full effect, and tonight, the Infinite has received word that he's going one-on-one with XWC graduate Daniel Maxon. You got guts, kid. You want to go straight to the top, so you pick the biggest, strongest person. The Infinite used to do that. Well, the Infinite is all about equal opportunity, but I guarantee, kid, you are not going to receive your desired outcome.
So that's what we've got to look forward to tonight. The Infinite and Daniel Maxon locking up one-on-one, but you gotta wonder, the timing of that pretty suspect considering Clayhunna is your #1 contender, so perhaps the Infinite sending a double message there. Clayhunna with a huge butt bomb, puts Caleb down on the mat, lines him up, throws the hip across the back of the head. That might be it right there. Clayhunna getting lined up. Drops the leg across the chest. Only gets a 2 count though. Caleb was able to get the shoulder up out of that one. But Clayhunna's got him lined up. Here it is. Drops the leg drop over the head. Ladies and gentlemen, call it over. The Famouser's gonna do it. And Clayhunna is your victor tonight in rather quick fashion. Like I said, on a pretty meteoric path going up to the top there after that big win. And you've got to think, he's got his sights set on that Metro Championship sooner rather than later. But let's get a quick word in about what we do here.
Saturday Slam. Go ahead, tune in. It's real simple. KCXW
Saturday Slam.
YouTube.
Check out the newest episode
Saturday night, 7 o'clock.
Saturday Slam.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Straight from the mouth of the stars of the KCXW, this is the place to check out the best wrestling action. Tell your friends, tell your family, like, subscribe. There's the YouTube link. Come check us out. We're going to go back to in-ring action, folks, though. Right there in the ring, we've got Maxon already, and here comes El Diablo. This is a guy that's been tearing it up all over Missouri, all over Kansas. Everywhere he goes, the crowd absolutely electrifies when they see this persona, when they see this man, when they see this warrior from the future. That's the best and only way we can think of to describe El Diablo. But we've got quite the challenge for him here as he's going up against an absolute monster in Maxon. Remember, Maxon is the reason we didn't see Shylin and Unleashed. He put that choke slam on her, dropped her down on a steel chair, and put her out of action for a few weeks. So, a lot of power and a lot of ruthlessness in that body, in that stature. And Diablo looking for a handshake, maybe a test of honor, but that's not going to work with something like Maxon. He's looking for an early choke slam, and Diablo quickly fighting for his life to get out of there. Bicycle kick does nothing to the big man. Tries for a shoulder block, a little bit of a stagger, but that's all he's got going. Maxon heaves him across the ropes. Wheel kick puts the big man down. El Diablo with a cover gets two, but Maxon throws him off. Absolute authority. El Diablo's looking to end things quick. He's going up top, folks. And he gets caught by the monster. Bear hug right there. El Diablo needs to get out of this quick if he's going to survive any point of time against this monster. Fighting for his life, throwing the elbows to get free. Referee's in the way. But Maxon lifts El Diablo up. Huge sidewalk slam. 2 count. El Diablo is able to get the shoulder up, but Maxon slammed him down hard. And you can see he's already completely slowed down the Aztec Warrior from the future. And now Mason's got him wrapped up against the ropes, choking him against the ropes there. Referee trying to get the monster off of him. I don't know how much he can contain either of these two, but ref's going to do the best job that he can with the chaos he's got in the ring. Maxon throws a boot into the gut, and he's got Diablo wrapped up against his back. He's got the arm over the shoulder. Diablo fought free from that backpack stunner attempt. That could have been fatal for him. A drop kick to the back puts Maxon down against the ropes. El Diablo sees an opportunity, swings through with a feint kick, and puts Maxon down on the mat. Wait, Mason's in position. He's by the corner. El Diablo sees it. Diablo's up. Diablo bounces. Swanton off the top. Ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, and that's it. Diablo is able to beat the monster, folks. El Diablo pins Maxon in an exciting fashion. I was frankly surprised by that outcome. I didn't think he was going to be able to topple that monster, but El Diablo proving once again why he is absolutely on fire in the independent scene right now. And the monster's back up just like that. And he's looking Diablo's heading out. That's probably the smart move here, folks.
Dirty Deeds, Daniel Maxon here, and tonight I have the greatest opportunity I have ever gotten to face Ryan, the Infinite Gingell. Ryan Gingell's the Metro Champion. What's better than that? This is my opportunity to show everyone that Daniel Maxon is the real deal. And I have a little surprise for him tonight. Stay tuned in.
It's time for the main event, the marquee matchup, folks. The Infinite 101 against Daniel Maxon. And you heard it right from Mr. Dirty Deeds, Daniel himself. He's got a little trick up his sleeve. I'm not too sure what he means by that. But he's making his way out to the ring now, so we're going to have to see for ourselves. And you can hear the crowd reacting instantly to Daniel Maxon. He's only been around a short time, but in that short amount of time, he's made quite a reputation for himself as a guy who will take any shortcut, take any advantage that he sees, and he's got an absolute contempt and disregard for the fans that we've seen. And they seem to return it in kind here inside the XWC Training Center. And now, as he gets himself lined up, he's going to have to go one-on-one against our newly crowned Kansas City Metro champion, the Infinite, with the Pariah in tow, as always. That's the trick with the singularity. You never fight just one. You're always fighting two at the same time, acting as one. But you can see a little bit more swagger in the Infinite step now that he holds that championship. For those of you that didn't see it, at Unleashed, the Infinite was able to defeat JSAT, and he was able to capture that Metro Championship in a huge, hotly contested back and forth matchup. But at the end of the day, the Infinite became our new Metro champion, and this is going to be the first time that we get to see him in action since winning it. A non-title matchup, folks. The belt is not on the line tonight, but the pride of a champion is always on the line, especially the first time they defend after winning that belt. And you can see the Pariah and the Infinite conferring right now as the referee starts to get Maxon ready over in his corner. And looks like they're still, maybe they're talking strategy, a game plan. And it looks like the Infinite's not ready to start yet. And he doesn't like what he's hearing from the Pariah. And it sounds like we've got a little bit of a disagreement between the singularity here. We've got two opposing viewpoints, and the Pariah is walking away. Well, it looks like it may actually be a true one-on-one contest tonight, folks, as the Pariah has left the ring area, and the Infinite will be flying solo, going up against recent graduate Daniel Maxon.
Give me everything you got, kid.
Ready to go? Alright, give me that bell. Let's go.
All right, and there's the bell. Here we go. And right out of the gate, Maxon tried to come in with a hot shot, trying to catch the Infinite unaware, but the Infinite saw him coming, flying throat chop, and just like that, a waist lock, lifting Maxon over and drills him down on the small of his back. Huge gut-wrench powerbomb slam there. And just like that, Daniel Maxon's fire was snuffed out before it began. The Infinite just tosses him outside of the ring.
Now I'm going to give you a choice. I'm going to give you a choice.
Come on now, let's get back.
You want to prove yourself to me? Otherwise, there's the door. You can go.
An Infinite laying down an ultimatum to Daniel Maxon, telling him to step up or step out.
Consider this mercy, kid.
Let's go. Come on, in the ring.
And Maxon doesn't look like he's walking away. Maxon's stepping back into the ring. He's going to give it a go, folks. I would certainly hope so. As he said, this is his night to prove himself. Ducks underneath the clothesline. Maxon ducks twice. Oh, he gets caught, though. Infinite's got him lined up. Slams the small of his back into that turnbuckle. Comes running out. Huge spine buster right into the middle of the ring. Infinite goes for the cover. Only gets two, though. Daniel Maxon able to get a kick out
I see it now.
after a huge spine buster combination. And now Infinite getting the lift up. Oh, Daniel Maxon goes to the eyes, though. Maxon sees an opportunity, throws a huge bicycle kick right to the jaw, and puts the Infinite down. Again, I told you about it before. Daniel will use any opportunity that he needs to. Maxon will go for any advantage that he sees. And when he was wrapped up in that fireman's carry, he saw the eyes and he went for them. And that may have been the deciding factor to turn the tide. Oh, but his cockiness got the better of him. Infinite gets a hold on his throat. Backing up. Charges into the buckle, though. Daniel Maxon with a huge belly-to-back suplex drops the Infinite right back down on the back of his head. Maxon with a pin. Only gets 2, though. And I'll give it to the recent graduate. I'm a little surprised that he's able to get the advantage here on our Metro Champion. But whether by hook or by crook, sometimes as long as you get the advantage, that's all that matters in the game. As he lays that rear chin lock down, trying to put all of his weight in, but the Infinite just stands up. Maxon throwing blows down on the head and rips Infinite down. A huge sleeper neck breaker. If the submission wasn't working, go for the slam. And now Maxon just rakes his boot right down the Infinite's face, just trying to tear the flesh off of his nose, off of his forehead. Tries to whip the Infinite off, doesn't work. Much too large of a man. Daniel Maxon hangs on, though. Uses the drop toe hold to hangs the Infinite up on the ropes. And now Maxon trying to pull him off. Trying to get him lined up. Throws him down into the center of the ropes, into the middle rope now, and he lays his weight down with the knee across the back. Just choking the Infinite against the ropes. And Daniel's ducking out of the ring now. I'm not too sure what he's got going on here. Runs across the corner. Huge drop kick right across the side of the head. 2 boots right to the temple of the Infinite. And if we were doubting which way the momentum was going up until that point, I'm pretty sure now Daniel Maxon's in firm control after that kick. That was nasty. And he's sure of it as well. A huge shot to the back, and I think he's feeling it. Infinite's trying to fight himself back up to his knees. Maxon with a running drive-by boot right to the side of the head, though. Gets the pin, but only a 2 count. And Maxon, I think, knows that he needs to put Infinite away soon. The frustration's starting to build on him. He's got a front face lock. Looks like he's looking for a suplex. Bad idea, though. Infinite gets him lifted up high. Maxon's able to kick himself down. DDT! Again, focusing right on the head of Ryan Gingell. Keeping the attack in one specific spot. Daniel Maxon's working a strategy, and so far, I've got to admit, it's been pretty effective. No! And now, Maxon breaks free of the chokehold. The double axe handle didn't work, but Maxon's he's trying to get that full Nelson hook so he can turn it out to a slam. Infinite fights free. He turns underneath. He's trying to get that cranial clutch so he can apply the submission. Daniel Maxon reaches underneath, though. We've got a battle for the full Nelson, folks. Who's going to get the lock first? Infinite powers free. Comes back around. Hooks in tight. No lock yet, though. Oh, a stunner jawbreaker from Daniel Maxon. The Infinite out on his feet. Maxon gets one arm in. Gets the other. He's got a full lock. He's trying to work that full Nelson. He's trying to use his body weight to wear the Infinite down. And I think the Infinite may be fading. No way, he backs Maxon into the corner. Maxon still got the hold, though. Infinite trying again. Maxon loses his grip, switches over. This might be what the Infinite needs. As he throws Maxon over the shoulder, he's able to break free of that full Nelson. And now the Infinite, with a determined look, grabs the throat. Inverted choke slam. Maxon is out, ladies and gentlemen. Count this one. It's over. 3, ladies and gentlemen, and the Infinite, your Metro champion, wins a hard-fought battle. A surprisingly difficult contest from the young Daniel Maxon. You've got to give it to the kid. He gave it his all. He gave our champion a hell of a fight. But at the end of the day, there's a reason that your Metro champion is the Infinite. And it's that endurance, it's that undying forward motion that he's always bringing to the table. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you about a special treat that we've got coming your way. If you were able to make it out to Unleashed next week on Saturday Slam, we are giving you a special Champions treat. You're getting 2 matches. You're going to get the Infinite versus Jay Savage for the Metro title. You're going to see how the Infinite became the Metro champion. Not only that, next week you are also going to see JC Thunder and the Marksman in 2 out of 3 falls for the KC Championship. You'll see why the belt got vacated. You'll see the controversy in the finish of that match. Ladies and gentlemen, next Saturday and every Saturday, go to YouTube. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, share us out. You know what to do. We'll see you next week at 7.